Today on Geek Devotions, we're talking about why KO from OK KO, Let's Be Heroes, is more of a hero than you may think. Hello, devoted geeks. Welcome to Geek Devotions, a show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. I'm Dallas. I'm so glad that you hit the play button today. If you're new to our channel, we take geek pop culture items and we use them to let people know that they are loved. So, that being said, if this is the only video you watch, or this is as far as you get in our video, please know this. We love you. We care about you. We really, really do. Really glad you're here. This week on Geek Devotions, we're talking about our real gem, those recommended to us by one of our patrons. And that show is called OK KO. It is a Cartoon Network series that, guys, honestly, I've strangely fallen in love with. OK KO is a show that takes place in a futuristic world where, honestly, a lot of people have superhero powers. In fact, all the heroes have their ratings. And what I love about the show is it hits all of my favorite nostalgia points. It does all kinds of really great callbacks to old comics and video games. And guys, it's pretty marvelous. If you haven't watched it yet, I want to encourage you. It's on Hulu right now. Go watch OK KO, Let's Be Heroes. That's a mouthful. The premise of the show is you have this young man named KO, and his dream is to be a hero. He aspires so much to be a hero. He has all the collector's cards, and he knows all the facts about all the major heroes that are around in his town that he lives in. Fortunately for him, he gets his very first job, I think he's like 5, in Gar's bodega. Gar, who happens to be one of the greatest heroes of all time. And KO is in love. He gets to work with these two other awesome individuals named Rad and Eden, and he loves them so much. They're like his big brother and sister, and they walk through things with him. What I love about the show is that KO's excitement about being a hero excites and inspires the people around him. There have been several episodes where Rad and Eden, they can't help but smile, and they find new light. They find a refreshing in their spirit about doing what they do when they're around him, because he's excited. He's excited about doing these things. There's something magical about kids that when they get excited about something, it lights something up in those around them. Now, you may be noticing that right now our set is a little different. Why? Because I'm actually shooting this in the kids' church at my church. This room right here is where I served as kids pastor for many years here at the Healing Place. And guys, I gotta tell you, my time as a kids pastor, while I was spending time pouring into these kids, I learned a lot from them. There's certain things that they would do and say that inspired me. And when they got those little light bulb moments, man, it just excited me for what I do and why I do it. Jesus understood the power that kids have in society and life. He understood that they have a very important aspect that, honestly, you and I need to have ourselves. He points this out specifically in the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verses 3 and 4. And it says, "Truly, I say to you, unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever humbles himself like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven." There is this humility in kids. They're not jaded. They're not angry at the world just yet. They haven't been skewed by the mindset of everything happening. And when you present truth to them, when you present the fact that, man, they can do all kinds of great things, and they can do this, they can do that, man, their excitement rises up in them, and they are inspired to do these things. And when you yourself can return to that mindset of not being jaded, not being skewed by everything else that's going on around the world, and you're presented with the fact that you can walk in certain things, that you can be who God created you to be, you can know what He's saying, you can do what He's called you to do, man, that excitement can rise up inside of you again, and you can walk in passion. What's even better is that when you catch a hold of that idea, that being like a child, have that humility, be able to walk in those things, you in turn can inspire those around you. You can encourage those around you, and they themselves get fired up and get excited about doing what God's called them to do. Just like KO inspired those in Gar's bodega, you can inspire the people in your job, the people in your school, the people that just live in your neighborhood. You can be an inspiration when we understand what it's like to be like a child. Now, for some of you, maybe you've grown up and you become jaded and you're angry at things. I want you to know that there's hope for you. You can become like one of these children. When Jesus was talking to his disciples, these were grown men, and they actually came to him like, "Hey, which one of us is the greatest in the kingdom?" Right? There was a little thickness in their head, if you will. Okay, and Jesus then pulls out the child and he goes, "Hey, look, be like this kid here." What does that mean? That means there's hope for you even today. Maybe you were passionate at one point and you kind of lost it because, well, life. Things happen, and I understand that. You may have been through a bad experience at church. Maybe you had a bad experience with other church folk. I want to encourage you to return to the place that you were once before. In Revelation chapter 2, verse 4, God is talking to a church, and he says, Lord, you've forgotten your first love. Return to the things that which you used to do. You can do that. You can do that. You can return to those first things of when you first begin to walk with God. You can return to the mindset of what it was like to be like one of these little kids. So my challenge for you guys this week is simply this. Get excited about something. Return to your first love. Become like one of these little children. Have that mindset of humility and be excited about what God has for you. So the question of the week is real simple. What's one thing that a kid has taught you that you're like, wow, I didn't realize that could be a thing? Leave a comment down below. Let us know. I would love to read them, and I want to be excited with you about these things too, all right? So do that. Do me a favor. Don't forget to check out all of our social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, check our website, geekdevotions.com, where we post articles and all kinds of really great content all the time. That being said, guys, don't forget this one thing. I love you, and I appreciate you. Celeste and I are so glad to have you here, part of our Devoted Geek community. Speaking of which, we have a Facebook group, Devoted Geek Life. Go check that out. But we appreciate you. We care about you. We appreciate those of you who are our patrons who support us on a regular basis. This episode basically is sponsored by our patrons. They said, hey, we want you to do this. They sent us this show, OKKO. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw it, I was like, what is happening? And then I realized this is awesome. This is so awesome. So thank you to our patron who recommended this. You are hero status, bro. All right, guys. Well, until next week, remember, stay devoted, peace, and love.